How's it? Aloha. How's it and hang loose? Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii. This is a channel where we got a couple different series. One is cryptocurrency. It's like Crypto Corner, that's called. Another one is Spook 101. So I've been doing paranormal, so I throw it in there. I haven't gotten exploring. I'm carrying on this research bit and trying to put out some interesting stuff. And yeah, I'm catching a lot of anyone victim of narcissistic personality people. You know, the narc people, the NPD person, the gaslighting. Yeah, I'm catching some gaslighting from the witch. So I'm sad. But I should put that crap in the Spook 101. This is welcome to newspaper. This is Hawaii newspaper. Like this in the morning. There's a newspaper, and so I get to see some stuff on the TV too. Anyways, okay, let's just kind of straight up this thing. Apparently, yay, NASA, they're still up there at the space station. They're going to be up there for about 6 months. So, they're probably, at this point, almost forgotten right now. Except for people involved. Until they come back, splashdown, and if all goes well. Shouldn't have said that. Sorry. Everything will be fine. Yeah, it's safe. That's why they make a bunch of science fiction movies. Is it safe in outer space? Go outside, take a walk, find out. Now, what the heck? Okay, oh well. Woo. Okay, today is November 11th. Oh, excuse me. The 11th month is November. Today's the 18th. Yes, Wednesday, the 18th. And the headline is another 8 years and $1 billion. And that's the fine for not wearing a mask. Yep, pretty stiff. $8 billion. I don't know, 8 years and $1 billion. It used to be $1,000 and up to a year in prison, but penalties go up when people don't pay attention and not obeying about mask wearing. No, this one's got to be about what? The rail, $1 billion. Yeah, the Choo train for Hawaii. So far it extends, I don't know, probably the length of about, what? I don't know, a couple of miles? I don't know. I mean, from point A to point B, right now, it's like, what? 2 or 3 miles at tops? I don't know. That's pretty expensive. Miracle Mile, huh? See, it says Mayor Caldwell's plan, with new estimates for completion and cost, is sent to the Federal Transit Administration. That's the federal stuff, because if they don't comply to the federal stuff, they don't get the federal monies. And right now, they need the federal monies. So there's some serious ass kissing as far as, I'll do what you say. It's either money or penalty, right? Like, oh, look here on the front page. The Obama. Remember Barry? I remember Barry High School. But you remember him as President Obama. The hero, action hero, on top of the pedestal. Now, he did all right, but, and he got pretty crafty with the rhetoric and the political, commendable. That's a speech making guy. Okay. But I don't know. I still don't have him up on a pedestal. So a lot of people in Hawaii don't either, because local boy done good. At first it was like, yay, one of our own got elected. And then it's like, hey, what about us? Then he comes over here for shave ice and a photo op. Then buys a freaking expensive place. Well, this expensive place he bought, man, it's tied to ocean front. Is Oh, oceanfront project tied to Obama granted exemption from Hawaii's environmental laws. So he got his ass kissed. It's okay. No, it's not okay for everybody else, but it's Barry Obama, our native son. They're trying to be like all like that now, again. So, oh yeah, he can do whatever he wants. Key to the cities. Ah, man. It's like the graft in Perks. It's like we'd graft with police, right? But the thing is, not just this oceanfront thing which ruins the beach and the sand. They dug up native Hawaiian bones on his land and they just stuck them in a freaking filing cabinet. We'll deal with it later, eh? So, hey man, you're gonna get some pretty much bad spook, man. Bad blood, Hawaiian bones, ancient Hawaiian bones with Bana. Today's count is 73, which I heard is the lowest count in 3 weeks. But, like that matters, 2.8% rise. This is not. I don't know. I don't trust these numbers here. These numbers here are like just for Oahu. And they're trying to make it tier a little bit for Thanksgiving. Back in the day, 1980, you know, George H.W. Bush is body else. Who cares? You know, the price of oil, and they were oil people. Big oil connection. It's like, you know, don't tell me there's no political connections, right? Bush appoints like some Condoleezza Rice, a black woman, as something, you know, secretary of whatever. Secretary of my kiss ass club, my yes man club. Well, she gets appointed in his cabinet for something whatever. Then you turn around and he's making big deals with Halliburton, the oil company, and one of these big oil tankers is named, you know, the Condoleezza Rice. They named the ship after her, a big oil tanker ship. You just gotta go, what the hell is going on? You know, that's like really expensive ass kissing at your taxpayer dollars. Yeah, man. You sure if you're suffering for money. Tough. Republicans relent on an election holdup. Blah, blah, blah. Detroit Republican members of key elections board of the Detroit area refused Tuesday to certify the county's election results in a partisan effort to hold up the certification of Detroit. So they're refusing to certify in what, Detroit area? Key election board in Detroit area. Also, Tuesday, Republicans lost a case before the Pennsylvania Supreme Court. Okay, it didn't happen in Pennsylvania, because that was a big ticket item, right? 22 electoral votes, right? And an audit in Georgia confirmed there was no foul play. So, well, Pennsylvania ain't gonna happen for you. Georgia ain't gonna happen for you. I mean, even if he flat out won his little... See, the court, they're like making accusations, and the courts are like going, okay, show us some evidence, and then we'll proceed. And then it all falls apart, and these things are going nowhere. So they're like, I'm not going to certify. It's like a bunch of brats or something. What the heck? Ready or not, U.S. forces packing up. And this is what I'm like talking about. This guy, you know, President Lame Donald Duck, is putting troops out somewhere. Had it not been for a dozen U.S. airstrikes in recently the southern hub of Kandahar, this is Afghanistan stuff. And then remember Taliban fighters threatened to overrun several surrounding security areas, so they kind of airstruck some Taliban. Now, with orders to cut U.S. forces in Afghanistan by roughly in half, 2,000 for 4,000. And the fate of Afghanistan security spread across the country once more in question. If it were not for the air support for the U.S. forces, Taliban would be sitting inside Kalamata City right now, said Colonel Kabul of the Afghan Army, Regimental Command. The Pentagon on Tuesday formally announced those troops cut, stopping shortfall of the full withdrawal by Christmas that Trump had used and publicly ensured of the war in Afghanistan and transition to the fourth administration over 20 years of conflict. This is like longer than the Vietnam War. And Trump's like, hey, just pull everybody out. Merry Christmas. But you see, that's when you listen to the people in the Pentagon and the generals that say, you gotta have an exit plan. You gotta have an exit plan. Because
Nature abhors a vacuum. And you may find that quote in, oh, I can't find my little book. It's in the big book of Oahu. Nope, I can't say that name. The big book, you know what I'm talking about. It's a secret, it's anonymous. Nature abhors the vacuum. You pull something out of it, it's going to fill something in. So if you're trying to get away from negative feelings like me and the witch and her now gaslighting thing over a rat trap, believe it or not, I can't just throw that to the side and go, okay, I'm done with it. I got to fill the void with something good. Words of the wisdom, not for me, but they are wise still. The exemption, Waimanalo properties. I'm wearing my Waimanalo feed shirt. Not because of this. This guy's like rich and stuff, and a gigantic beachfront property, all his friends, playing basketball. And there was ancient Hawaiian bones that were dug up underneath. They were playing basketball. Oh, I gotta take a dump. Goes down to the cesspool where they took out ancient Hawaiian bones to build a cesspool. They did. That's what played. I was like, man, you got some bad mana butter. How did we not know? But I wore this Waimanalo t-shirt because, kind Waimanalo. My sister lives in Waimanalo. She's like, oh my god, this big thing. I shan't say. Oh, and here's the political cartoon. The Earth saying, welcome back. The United States is out in space. Because it's not on board with Earth and Earth's concerns. Okay. Coronavirus threatens to stall work for Congress. Okay. Why? Because, I don't know, the Republicans are going, I ain't going to do it. Because of the virus. Oh man, they're the oldest Republican in the Senate tested positive for it. Oh my god, the oldest sucker in the Senate got the virus. The plague. I tell you, it doesn't stop. No one is safe. Officials hope to okay, here we go. Legislative meeting under travel backlash. Missile could stop North Korea attacks test shows. So if you nuke North Korea, it will stop doing its testing? I guess so. Officials say. Just because an official says so, come on. Higher pay brings special education teachers to Hawaii. Okay. Oh god, we got a killer on the loose. Another killer on the loose. Yes, is a murderer. Okay, 31-year-old man. Here's his picture. Okay. See this guy? Remember, he killed people. Okay, here's the big Q. Posted up here somewhere. Now that the election is over, what do you think the political climate in the U.S. will change? Do you think the political climate in the U.S. will change? Let's see. I'm going to answer without looking. No. Not a lot. It'll change some, but not a lot. See, you got these holdouts like Mitch McConnell, because they're going to have control of the Senate. And if the Georgia, hey, vote Georgia. Georgia, vote. Hey, Georgia. You're my last chance, Georgia. You're my only hope. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Take this transmission. Take this transmission to Georgia. Anyways, Georgia Senate election in January. Vote Georgia. And it could mean a difference. But I tell you, they're going to still have Senate, and they're not conceding right now, but they're also going to make it as extremely impossible as they can possibly do it. That's what they did to Obama. That's why he was not that effective when he first went into office. It was all about making him not battling anything Democrat inside the government, battling it, and it became a stalemate. And that's where you have the Civil War. It's political, and it's inside the dome of the Capitol. Thank you. Opinions. Everybody's got one. So now that I said my little A to the Q, let's see what the big A says. 14% yes, we will find common ground. 6% I don't know, but I'm not worried. 16% I don't know, but I'm worried. Ask if you were worried. 64% no, we will be as divided as ever, if not more so. So I guess I'm part of the 64%.
My answer is quite common. I win nothing. Alright. So a little letter to the editor, and then we'll get this show on the road before we have another technical mishap with what on the last show. I don't know. I don't care. Thanks for viewing. All three of you out there. Last couple of days. Hello? Is this thing on? Anybody in there? You out there? Thanks for viewing if you are. Can't see anybody out there, is it? No, seriously. I guess they're too long. I guess other stuff's happening in the news, like space station astronauts and president, I don't know what. Now there's like this on TV and everything. All right, let's get out of here. Opinions and all, and letters, and you know where they go, and everyone's got one. Blah blah blah. Homeless deserve dignity and respect. I don't trust the homeless one bit, man. I've been majorly scammed. Oh god. So yeah, there's this lady that used to be homeless, and granted, not all homeless people are there because of alcohol and drugs, because Hawaii is heavy financial burden, and I don't know, I hope I'm never homeless because I can't hack that. But this one lady was, and then she's on this talent show. Talent, Hawaii's got talent. A certain kind of talent, if you like that talent. Anyway, she was on there with her little, ukulele, got to sing in front of the microphone, and there's like a panel of judges from the local, some TV, radio show, right? And she's like, oh yeah, one time she goes into a confessional, like a witness. I'm witnessing. She's like, I used to be homeless, and I used to kind of had to eat out of dumpsters. It's like, you're expecting you've come so far, because usually Hawaii's aloha, full of compassion. You get a lot of that, especially publicly, when people have to display that publicly. Oh, that's so good that you come so far. Oh, it must have been so harsh. Oh, stuff like that. And then what she got was the guy was being a wisecracker. It's like, so I never eat out of the dumpster, eh? So did you put it on a plate or what? Or did you just eat them straight out of the dumpster? And this lady sitting at the microphone going, oh. And first she said, at first I was going to try to brush it off, like, yeah, whatever. But it hit home because she actually lived it. She experienced it, buddy. And you're bringing up the worst of the worst and like saying, oh, that's so funny, yeah, all this stuff happening. It's like someone, being the witch, right? And somebody's saying, well, no one gives a crap about that, really. That's why I bring it up so readily. Not to bore you, but it's serious. And I explain it in terms of exorcism and Satan and diabolic, demonic possession, because if you can describe it that way or describe it in heavy-duty dysfunctional psychiatry, it's like sociopath shit. Anyways, it's real for me because I'm experiencing it, and it's real for this lady because she's experiencing it. So she just started to crack. She started to crack, cry, and she left. And all those guys got into so much crap. And I'm telling you the story instead of reading this. Oh, I'm so sorry for the homeless. Deserve dignity and respect. No, I mean and that was wrong, and that's like sad. Sorry, lady, if you're never gonna see this anyways. But yeah, bullies. That's like you try to make jokes and you turn into a bully. Now, bad for the DJ, but he just kind of like apologized on the radio show, and then it was like you're not gonna hear from it again. But the other ladies, it's like traumatic, and. PTSD. Now, I'm with you guys, my shoulders, my soldier friends. PTSD, yeah, it's real. Shell shock, PTSD, discovered in World War I, in the trenches. What's wrong with the soldier? Shell shock, PTSD. But now there's other places with PTSD, and that's one of them. Like the beach. Wearing a mask is about safety. Okay, let's get off that. Build a walkway where it's actually needed. I'm shocked that the State Department of Transportation is considering building a pedestrian overpass at the location described in the Star Advertiser site, November 25th, parenthetical. I can think of many other locations that deserve to have an overpass. If a condo developer is at a location want an overpass, let them build it, not with our tax dollars.
Has anyone making this decision visited the site? I can assure you nobody is going to use it. From the map on the article, it connects the parking lot of former Ward warehouse to the parking lot for the fishing charter boats. It's kind of out of the way. How about putting the overpass somewhere on the Poly Highway or on the Kalani and the Oli Highway by Aina? Stop wasting our tax dollars with another ill-planned state project, Gary Nakanishi. Yeah, St. Louis. You're absolutely right. Because it's probably endorsed by developers, greasy palms, from Obama, tax exempt, or whatever. Exemption. For you, anything. That stuff. Homeless deserve it. I already touched on that. There we go. Republicans. There we go. Oh, mask Republicans. There we go. What's this do? Oh, God. Republicans should urge Trump to concede that the recently completed presidential election marks a triumph for the democratic process in our country because of the deep political divide between the supporters of Donald Trump and Joe Biden. Skip to, in spite of unprecedented scrutiny, outside pressure, votes appear to have been counted fairly and accurately. Skip. The supporters of Trump, and especially Republicans, should accept the verdict of our democratic prosecutors. 4 years ago, the same process resulted in the election of Trump. The time has come for Republicans to support our democratic process today by calling on Trump to concede the election and you're dealing with the Republicans. Mitch McConnell. Obama was going to put someone on the Supreme Court. Oh, let's wait till after the election. Trump's going to put someone on the Supreme Court. Let's do it before the election. If the Republicans, they have their own rules. They're making their own rules, which is against the American idea of balanced power, ladies and gentlemen. All right, one more. Navy builds dry dock, but not... The fuel tanks, Red Hill! Oh my God! Navy builds dry dock, but not new fuel tanks? Remember the Red Hill thing? Our whole water supply could be in danger. Thanks, Navy. I'm in the Navy. I'm drinking petrol water. What the heck? I got cancer. The engineering and resources involved to build a new dry dock are impressive. Parenthetical, quote article, November 15th. Why isn't the U.S. Navy allocating the same dedication of ingenuity, engineering, and resources to protect our drinking water at Red Hill? Brooke Jones, Mililani. This much. That's because Red Hill would cost, literally, if you were to shut it down and build it someplace else, it would cost billions. That's why. They don't want to spend anything. Anyways, that's it for today. Have a happy Wednesday, I guess. Just remember, hang loose. Hang loose. Live for aloha. Aloha.